Chapter 6, review page 3. Number 9, what we're going to do is set up triangles that represent the girl standing 5 feet tall, casting a shadow 8 feet long. Now, we make some assumptions. The assumptions are that the ground and the person are making a right angle, and make sure that we understand on the ground is where the shadow will land. This hypotenuse is not the 8 feet. The hypotenuse I put dotted so that we don't think there's anything there. So it's the 2 legs. Basically, it's the 5 feet for the height and 8 feet for that leg there. Now, the sun is coming in at the same angle, so that's how we know we have similar triangles. So corresponding sides will be proportional. So for the bigger, for the tree, we have a larger shadow of 24 feet long. You could notice that it's times 3, but I'm going to set up a proportion. So the girl will be 15 feet tall. Feel free to do that, but you have to say K is 3 there if you're going to use the scale factor method. I'm going to use a proportion here. Okay, so what I do is I mark corresponding sides using circles and I box in. So that's going to make my fraction. So I'm going to go 5 over x equals 8 over 24, and then cross multiply to get x is 15. So 15 feet. Okay, number 10 is kind of a mistake. They asked for how many parts, and there isn't going to be a correct answer. So first I did it calculating the actual what they asked for, which is the number of parts of salt. So try to understand this is that they have a makeup of 1 ounce for the solution, has 3 parts water and 2 parts salt. So the way I did it was I looked at that and I made a ratio out of that. Okay. Now they want 30 ounces of solution, so really it should just be K is 30. We're going to multiply by 30. So it's going to give us 90 parts water, and it's going to give us 60 parts salt. Now that's if we're truly looking for parts, but then I noticed there's no correct solution. They did ask for how many parts, okay, so there's no correct solution. Now I assume they really meant how many ounces of salt, because they did give us 30 ounces of solution. So I went back and I recalculated in red what that would look like. Okay, underneath here. So I would probably do this as a scale factor, 3K to 2K is 30. So then I find out that K is 6. So then the 2K represented the salt. That's 12 ounces. 3K represented the water, which would have been 18 ounces. So I think that's what they really meant there, based on the choices. Okay, next one is I'm going to use side splitter here for number 11. It's not really side splitter, but it's sort of. I'm going to put together the ratio of the parts. So I decided to switch. I'm going to go across. I'm going to go 4 is to A as 8 is to 10. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 8 is to 10 as 6 is to B. And just be consistent. What I'm trying to show there is whatever side you choose to put on top, just be consistent with that all the way through. There it is. Okay, so we're given a similarity statement. A, B, C, D, these are pentagons. I can see them right down there. They're pentagons. A, B, C, D, E is similar to L, M, N, O, P. They're telling us that. They're giving us the ratio of the sides, which is great, but if they're looking for the measure of an angle, we don't use the ratio. We use the ratio of the sides for sides, but corresponding angles in similar figures must be congruent, not proportional. So they're congruent. So since N and C are in the same position or corresponding, they're going to be congruent. The measure of angle C is 40, so the measure of angle N will be 40. That's it. Okay, this is a partition a segment question. So the full segment, P to R, is 21 meters. So Q is placed somewhere so that the segments split up into a 4:3 ratio. So I'm going to use scale factor for this. So 4K and 3K. 4K plus 3K is 21. And I'll do the math to find just K, my scale factor. Then I can substitute that back in to get the parts are 12 and 9, and I wanted the longer one. So there it is. That's it for this, page 3.